What is going on, guys? Randall 419, the man with the million. Hoping everybody had a great week. Thanks for stopping by the channel, checking out today's video, which is going to be about In Between. Yeah, this is going to be a Rand's Indie Spotlight. Now, if you're new to the series, which I kind of just started, I'm gonna shine the spotlight on a indie game that came out either recently or a few months ago. I'm just going to talk about it, my thoughts, if it's worth picking up, you know, those type of things. So the game I'll be talking about today is In Between. I just finished it yesterday, I believe. It's a puzzle game, and it's actually quite good. I was seriously impressed with some of the puzzles in the game. Now, what separates the game from other type of puzzle games like it is the story. This is a man who's been diagnosed with a terminal illness, and you basically go through the 7 stages of grief, you know, like bargaining, acceptance, or bargaining, anger, depression. I mean, you know what they all are, right? And each of the worlds in this game is themed around it. But let's talk about the mechanics really fast, because this is kind of a trippy game. So, as you can see, my character can actually go on any platform, like up, sideways, left, right, up and down, and all that stuff. So essentially, you control the character movement with the left stick, and with the right stick, you control his vertical or horizontal, like, access. So if you press up on the right stick, you go up to the top. If you press down, you go to the bottom. Left to the left, right to the right. You get it. And you solve, you know, a series of increasingly harder puzzles. Like, yeah, this is the tutorial stage that I'm showing right now, because I don't want to, like, really spoil what's to come. But man, some of these puzzles get really, really difficult. It's about a 6 to 8 hour game, depending on how good you are. I mean, with puzzles, if you're a master at puzzles, probably less. You know, if you're not, then probably more. But I gotta say, I was pleasantly surprised by the quality of the puzzles, number one, and the story, number two. It's not often in games like this you get an actually decent story, but I kind of was drawn in by this guy's, you know, he's basically told he's gonna die, and he goes through all the different stages of grief in these nice little vignettes and voiceovers that they show throughout the rest of the game. And each world, I mentioned before, each world has like a theme. So this tutorial section where they're you know, talking, or they're basically showing you, like, you know, what puzzles are to come. You know, it's your basic stuff. But then, like, the actual first world is I believe it's depression. No, it's not depression. It's denial. Like, the first world is denial, right? And they have this really cool thing where, like, the darkness, like, creeps in from the left and right. So, like, if you're walking to the right, the blackness will come in from the left, and if it overtakes you, you die. So you have to constantly turn around and look at it to, you know, push it away, and then it'll come from the other direction. And then for anger, the world anger, you have these, like, gigantic red blobs that's supposed to represent his anger, and if you touch it, you die. Sometimes it'll chase after you, sometimes it's not. They also have this really cool level series where it's bargaining, where you control 2 characters at the same time, and you got to get them through different objectives, kind of like the thing where they mentioned in the game where it's like, you're not just worried about yourself, but there's other people who rely on you. So it's an interesting take where, like, you're trying to solve a puzzle with the dude, but he's also controlling the girl at the same time, and they got to work together to beat the level and meet in the middle. It's a really, really cool game. I really recommend it. I'm not really that much into puzzle games like this at all, but man, I had a blast with this game. If on my rating scale, I would give this game a 7. I greatly enjoyed it. I think it's above average puzzle game. If you like puzzle games, check it out. I definitely recommend it. I believe it's $10 if I'm not mistaken, but man, it's really good. It's a really sad story too. I think the story is well told in the game. If you love puzzle games, check this one out, because it's definitely worth it. So anyways, that's to be it for the video today. I do have another video dropping later on today, so be on the lookout for that one. As always, if you like the videos, if you like this new series I'm trying to do with the indie games, please hit that like button. Let me know what you think in the comments, and subscribe for more content. And I will see everybody later on.
Since my diagnosis